What if Deku was trained by All For One and All Might? This series, real briefly, boys, this series will be the series that I have just so I keep giving out content. I'm not going to waste time to tell you what I'm planning and stuff. And I would also like to say I will be doing what if Boss Decay was in the world of my hero again with my, better style. So yeah, let's get into the video. And if y'all got any questions, hit that shit down below. And you know what all YouTubers say. I'm not gonna say it. All right, so how this story is gonna start, right? Is you see your boy Deku walking, right? And he's like 4 actually. We're gonna do it from the jump. He's like 4. And you see him with two computer monitors. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna become God of this world. Yes, I'll do it. And so, we flash forward, I'll say maybe 14, not 14 years, but maybe like 10-ish years. I don't know how old he was in middle school, but that's around the point in time. And this is the point in time where everyone's just kind of looking at him like, what is he doing? And so they see him, and no one bullies him because he has those motherfuckers. He has these big meaty hands, not like literally, but like he has those handles. Bakugo don't fuck with him, and the reason is because earlier on he beat the fuck out of Bakugo. Like he got to the point because he started training early, because he was doing this high level big boy research, and he know a couple of things about crypto quirks. And I'm saying this is feasible, one, just because that's how the plot needs to move forward, and two, if you're 4, remember Gohan was 4, but if you're 4, and I mean Gohan, I mean like Gohan from Dragon Ball Z, you told you can't do what you want because like you're not big and strong, and this is a world full of superpowers, I'm pretty sure one little tweak in a couple of different directions, you're gonna go a little bit crazy. And with going crazy, it allows you to think a little different. And this is what we're having. Plus, this is also just me getting kind of tester run for this before I do it on my villain. What if Deku was a villain? But anyways, so your boy basically just started grinding mad ass early. I lost track and I don't feel like rerunning it back. So he started grinding mad early. He knows he's gonna need his physical strength. And after more time has passed, he basically beat the dog shit out of Bakugo. He did a lot of research and realized that dude's a bitch. But he's not a bitch because it's his own means. He's a bitch because he wasn't humbled. He wasn't humbled humbly, pussy. And yeah, during this point in time too, Deku didn't really have no friends, because why would they want to associate with a quirkless dude, and also a quirkless dude that can beat the fuck out of them? Like, nah, they can't get caught lacking this bad. So what ended up happening is he had a lot of free time. A lot of time to do research. This is where it gets good. So what ended up happening is Deku and Bakugo converse, which Bakugo wouldn't be much of an issue, because Bakugo got humbled. Throughout his whole life, he was told he was going to be the very best and he could do anything he wants, kind of like a female. And what ended up happening was he doesn't have that same attitude. Yeah, he's gonna still be a little rash and unruly to some degree, but he's not gonna have that same type of like mentality and attitude and shit like that. Nah, he's gonna be a lot more calmer with it. I mean, I don't know how calm you really can be if you're shooting explosions out of your hand and sweating nitroglycerin, but that's besides the point. Since he's gotten this humble experience a lot more earlier, it's basically how they were like in canon as of right now. But I digress. So him and Bakugo are talking, and they're talking about, they're gonna be heroes, they're gonna do this, and they're getting ready for the exams, this, and that. Bakugo doesn't do his big speech, none of this. They're just training like usual, talking about how they're gonna surpass All Might. And Deku goes one step further and says, I'm gonna surpass every hero before me. I will become the embodiment of perfection. As Deku just laughs a little bit, chuckles to himself, and Bakugo's like, dude, what is wrong with you? Oh, you just wait. You'll see my master plan in action. And so, the USJ, damn, I just jumped 5 years. Now what ended up happening is Sludge Villain attack pulls up, and Deku actually doesn't really, nothing happens. He just sees the Sludge Villain, looks at this dude, and is like, I got a good, quirk assessment. He pulls out like a fucking not flamethrower, but like a lighter. And he sees a dropped alcohol bottle and says, yeah, I'm about to get real spiffy with you. And basically proceeds to burn bro. But not nothing crazy to hurt him, but just enough to get him off of him. And he's like, hey, you think fire is gonna hurt me? He said, no, but that arrow will. He said, wait, arrow? Me? Or it might not be an arrow, it might be like a pencil. Bro hits one of his eyes, bro. He blink, he pulls it out, he's looking around, where did you go? And then Deku's immediately on the where the other eye is, or his left eye, and he looks at his eye, bro, and says, hey bro, this might not hurt, but you gonna really feel this pressure, and just starts welling on him. And the impacts of these punches, alright, are just enough to blow chunks of the Sludge Villain off of him. So it's just but at mad speeds. So basically a few minutes later, all you hear is I am here. And Deku just looks at him. He said, let me get this straight. If I'm a villain and I hear I am here, bro, I'm gonna hit you with the I am not and run away. Come on, big dog. I don't think you should be doing all that announcement. I'm gonna let it slide. In retrospect, he did say all this eternally. He asked for multiple autographs. He's gonna sell this on what is it? I'll just say he's gonna sell it on their version of eBay. But All Might's yeah, I'm out of my merry way. And yeah, no. I'm gonna say that All Might's cooldown just happens in the midst of all this. And then, All Might's just gonna be walking away, right? Deku would have the whole spiel about, I'm gonna say he was holding on to All Might, and it was just enough to hold him back, but not strong enough to really hold him back, but enough to make him concerned. And so he's can a person without quirk become a hero? And All Might says the same thing, and he's like, all right, cool, that's what I thought he was gonna say, but he plays it off he's real sad or whatever, just to fuck with him. In his head, he said, damn, I'm so glad I stopped looking up to just you all those years ago, because I would be mortified right now. Anyways, they talk or whatever, and All Might's struggling, and Deku helps him to the police station. Some time passes as Deku's walking back, thinking about what he's gonna do for his next training exercise, and they kind of got sidetracked because they were walking, and All Might was trying to run away, but he kind of fell out the sky, and the bottle rolled out, All Might's pocket. Yeah, Bakugo gets fucked every other episode. So, boom, boom, explosions happen. Just a different way to get to this end point. Explosions happen. Explosions. Bam, 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 bam. Bakugo is actually doing so much more better than he is in canon, because he's not creating as many explosions, but at the same time he's very fucked. He's like, what the fuck do I do? How do I get out of this? And then Deku pulls up on the scene and is like, damn. Yes. Yeah, that seemed about right. He's like, damn, how the fuck I'm gonna get my nigga out? Like, I could get a bow staff? Nah, that wouldn't work. That little fire shit didn't really work. Yeah, you know what? I got a better idea. He wraps his hands in like some type of tart-like thing, bro. Gets some alcohol, bro. Runs on the side, bro. And just gets like these flying fists, bro. It says, oh, I'm about to get real racist up in this piece. And just starts beating on the sludge villain. He don't even say nothing, bro. He walked nice on that Sasuke versus Danzo type beat. He walking real smooth with it. He's like, hey, yo, Danzo, what's good with you, my boy? Like it was that type of energy, bro. He's like, sludge villain, what's good, my guy? And the sludge villain's like, what? With like one of his eyes like still kind of recovering. So let me get this straight. You didn't learn your lesson the first time. And then all you hear is like a like very loud screech as the screen fades into the black. And that's where we're gonna end off part 1. If y'all got any suggestions for videos, let your boy know. And I got some stuff working on the oven, but it does take time trying to meticulate all this and put it together. But this will be the story that we use to just make sure we're getting those videos out for the time being. What if Deku was trained by All Might? What if Deku was trained by All For One and All Might? Part 2. So, straight into it. Don't forget to like beat. I'm sorry. So basically, we left off with the sludge villain basically getting more PTSD from the PTS man him damn self, bro. And so what ended up happening, right, was he pulled up on him, bro, and just did things to him. Later on, basically All Might's in the area too, because it's literally a full loop from canon, just slightly different. And so All Might pulls up and like instead of helping, he just sees this dude, bro. And then All Might pops out of the shadows on some like weird stuff, bro, and it's like, hey bro, you got a quirk? He said, yeah bro, I got these quirks. It's a special quirk. It's called a beat a motherfucker, bro. It's real effective, bro. I just hit somebody, bro, until they stop moving or unconscious. And he's like, oh Jesus God, why does it remind me of Gran Torino? And he's a little scared, and he's like, wait, you're telling me you don't have a quirk at all? He's like, no, was you not listening to my plea? In his head, he's like, bro, I was lying, but like, I was pleading with you, or at least I made it seem like it, and you told me I'm a bitch. Like, he said, would you like to be my sister? Yes. And he's like, well, he's like, what? Yes. We just offering free handouts. Hey, you said you can give me your quirk. Go ahead, big dog. And like, Deku, for some reason on a subconscious level, bro, feels like he's doing this for a bigger reason, but he don't know what he's talking about, so he not really worried about it. But he feel like he doing this for a bigger reason, but it don't matter. He was training, bro. He was like, yeah, bro, it's almost like this nigga on a subconscious level knew he was gonna be like the MC, bro, of this universe, bro. Like on some type beat, but like not literally, but literally. And so he said, yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead. How I do this? What I need to do, bro? Like how you transfer this? Do I need to like, get on one knee, bro, and you like wave your hand like the knights and shit? He's like, nah, just eat this piece of hair. He said, what the nigga, weird as hell, bro. And it's like, bro, nigga took a blood sample, bro. He said, I'm not eating no hair, nigga. I'm about to do this blood fusion real quick. And like, it was really weird. It was on like that anime type beat too, bro. He just pulls out like this blood siphoning machine to make sure the shit purifies so he don't like, die. And then he's like, all right, bet, bro. He said, yeah, that's better. And so he's like, so how I use the quirk? He said, hey, he said, whoa, now, easy now. You gotta make sure how I use the quirk. And like, he started, emitting presence, bro. And he's like, how I do this, bro? I need to know. I got things I need to do. I'm gonna be late for my mom making me lunch, you know? And All Might, it's like, I mean, and then he gives like this weak explanation. He said, "Ain't no way you gave me this explanation, bro." He basically does like the finger flick stuff, right? And he's like, "Why did you explain it like this?" He's like, "Bro, you literally could have just told me focus, amount of this power, a percentage of this power throughout my whole body, bro." He said, "Man, I'm gonna call this Kaioken. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it. A completely original name." And so Deku basically just starts training like right then and there. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be real nice." He said, "Meek, meek." He looks at a tree, bro. He said, "Oh, this about to be real confused." Damn, pops that tree trunk off the trunk. You know what I mean? And so he's like, "Oh, this is real nice. I likes this." And he's stretching a little bit too, bro. He 1 2 1 2 1 2. He said, "Oh yeah, this is real nice." And so what he started doing was, because your boy Deku was actually doing chi training, so he know how energy flows throughout his body. He was also basically punishing his body due to him not having a quirk. And he was punishing like the ever living god out of his body, because like this dude has like a Greek body at the age of 44, 15, whatever age he is. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is about to be real nice, bro. I got 10 months too. Oh, I'm gonna be a complete menace. I'm one-shotting everything, bro." And then he look at All Might, shake that dude hands, and says, "Appreciate you, my guy." And like, it's like he on demon time, bro. It's like he played the game before, bro. He just trying to get to the end credits, like with the quickness. Skip all side missions, bro. I'm going straight to the final boss. And so he started training immediately, bro. All Might was like, yeah, we gonna clean this beach. And he's like, "Bro, what beach, bro? I smacked all that trash into atoms, bro. I did that on the second day, bro. Actually, I'm lying to you, bro. I did it on day 0, bro. I did that as a warm-up before I even got the quirk. Like, I didn't know I was gonna get one. I just felt like I was gonna get one. I needed some training space." So Deku basically just spends all his breezy time training, dog. He and he getting higher and higher with the percentage. And the reason this is easier for him is because of his like insane training, because it's basically like this dude was Oster from Jump 1. He's like, "I don't got a quirk, so I got these hands though." And he also did a lot of he did just enough martial arts and like Tai Chi, like legit shit, where like he understands the flow of energy, so it makes it so much easier when he's like, using percentages of one for all. And so he started doing that. He even be meditating while doing it, bro. He eventually get to a clean, crispy 25, and he's like, "Nah, this kind of mid for real." So he just keeps training with that bad boy. He actively gets to a point where he's like constantly having a good, strong output of like 25 to like 30, give or take. He can go higher, but like that kind of hurt a little bit, bro. It's like it puts a good little strain. It's like wearing a weighted vest, bro. And like you trying to do some extra movement and you just got used to it, but you still not used to it. It's kind of like one of those. So after basically the 10 months, I think it was, he pulls up and Bakugo's there, and he's like, "Yeah, you ready?" He said, "Hell yeah, I'm ready, bro. I'm the main character now, bro." And he tells Bakugo all the bullshit, because like he don't got time for like that comic book type bullshit, because he was reading the Flash and like how I gotta keep my secrets to protect you. He's like, "Bro, just don't tell nobody. I might low-key kill you if you did anyways, but like we don't gotta worry about that, because I'm joking. I promise." And Bakugo's like, "Huh?" Nigga shook, nigga scared, bro. And he's like, "Nah, I'm fucking with you." And then they walk in Big Breezy and like, yeah. And the test begins. And Deku already pounces off, bro. He said, "Phew, pew, pew, pew." He started destroying these robots with the swiftness, bro. And then All Might's confused. Not All Might, Mike. What is the dude name with the microphone? I'm half asleep. All right. The dude with the microphone's like, wait, what? And because he's confused on how fast he is, but like he goes on with it. He's like, yeah, there's no real countdown in a real battle. Go! And everyone's like trying to keep up or whatever and get their points and stuff. But Deku breezing through it, bro. He's like, oh, this night. It's like this nigga is the angel of destruction, bro. He said, meek. Boom, robots. He's like, oh yeah, this is real nice. I'm feeling smooth with it, bro. It's like this dude is gliding on concrete, bro. The way he's meeting these robots, bro. He said, oh man, oh this nice. I see why people be getting cocky. He was like, shit, I'd be cocky too if I could do this shit normally. He just, bro, he one-hit punched the robot, bro, and he only was using smaller percentage, bro. But he also realized he could use higher percentages in like concentrated areas of his body. So he's like, oh, this is real nice. So he just started flicking these robots away, bro. And it's like he's like throwing, like, you know, if you've ever seen like See Me Now, it's like he's throwing cards. Like kind of like throwing cards, the way he's like just flicking to generate more power. And it's magical, it's beautiful, it's like elegant, and he's going on a menace, and everyone's just like, damn, who is this guy and why is he moving so fast? And they also talk about, like, I think All Might would pull up and be like, yeah, that's my sister and stuff, and he gained, you know, he has access to One For All, like butter, like, bro, it was like synergy from the jump. And he's like, I don't know if it's because he's a prodigy or just because like that quirk synergized with him or something. And they're all confused about this. And so what ended up happening was he what was it? He pretty much almost finished the test solidly. Now we would get to where the 0 point robot comes in, and we'll say everyone gets similar points to get it, besides Deku for obvious reason, because he's gonna get all the points. And 0 point robot comes to Uraraka is like, oh, and he just looks at her and walks over at her and like karate chops the rock, bro, and just is like, get up. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. And he's like, yeah, bro, no problem, I got you. Kind of cute, but like that's his own episode. You might want to get out of here. And she's like, wait, what? Why you say, look at this robot? Like, did you not see this? Because I was really gonna leave you for real, but like I was kind of busy saving other people, but I saw you shrug now. And she's like, oh, okay. And basically she like books it, but like she can't because she's limping. So Deku just like hits her with like a nice little gentle pat or like a good little airwave, and just sends her like floating. No pun intended. He looks at that 0 point robot and says, bro, I'm not gonna lie, 30 kind of pushing it. But I wonder, as he like completely lets like the power flow through him, and like he does like a minor little stretch. He's like, let's see, my legs are 3 times stronger than my arms. But since I prioritize my legs, because like one of the main principles with certain martial arts is, you know, you want to have a good foundation. And with a lot of movements and stuff, you need, 1, really strong legs, and 2, your core needs to be immaculate. So this is what Deku does. He focuses all his chi into his diadem, or I think I said that right. But basically it's like it's in your lower ab, and that's where all your chi and stuff like that is based. He focuses that, takes his stance, and just starts really getting into it. And then he just shouts and like let it all go, bro. Just like a mass wave of power is like, you know, assuming. And he surprised himself. Because he was trying to go for around 50. He went around like that 60 mark. And like he looked at the robot and he cocks back because he was going to go for a punch. But in this timeline, he doesn't really idolize his All Might nearly as much. And so he steps back, bro, gets a solid stance, and just literally kicks. And similar to how All Might punch changed the, you know, sky, it's kind of like that. And the robot is literally becomes confetti, bro. And everyone is just like, what? Meanwhile, at an unknown location in an underground base, you see a figure with like a respiratory fit. And all you see, you don't even see that. You just see something covered in darkness and it says audio only. And then you see a pale boy with hands all over his body. And you also see a mystery figure in a hoodie. See? I told you. We need to watch out for that. That boy of mine's. I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't think anyone should be that strong this early on. Shinzamura? Or I don't know what All Might calls Shigaraki. I'll just say Shigaraki. I wanted to say his first name. So Shigaraki, calm down now. We were already told about this. And it seems like we already have a counter. Isn't that right? Azuku Midoriya. He said, don't call me that name. Just because I was a forgotten, abandoned child. And I don't even get it how. Oh, don't worry, brother. I'm coming back for my revenge. You just wait. And I'll show you the true might of the perfect villain. And that's where part 2 of What If Deku was trained by All For One and All Might at the same time. Part 3 to What If Deku was trained by All For One and All Might. Alright, so basically we left out that last part with Deku being that guy and just moving through the robot, the 0 Point robot. So now we would fast forward to like him obviously getting accepted, and you know, you're seeing like someone in a hoodie just kind of watching him from a safe distance, and all you hear is excellent. Everything's going according to plan. Yes. And then we would pan out more to the present. And everyone would be walking into the class and stuff like that. And then Deku would just kind of like look at everyone because like he lagged a little bit behind. And he's like, y'all got no spatial awareness. As he pulls up the like desk of where Izawa's at. So y'all telling me y'all all walked in and didn't know the teacher was literally sleeping right here? And so he just kind of looks at him like, bro, come on, like what are y'all doing? Like, y'all lucky, bro. Like, he might be real bodegas with it, all right? He might want to spell y'all right here, right now type beat, bro. Y'all did y'all research? Like, come on. Are y'all rookies or something? He puts the desk back down. Everyone gets quiet. And it's like, you got to think about it. We're at a hero school to fight villains that are trying to kill us. But I guess that might be too much for you. As he's walking or whatever, and like, Bakugo's like, he doesn't have the same hate boner, but it's still kind of there because like Deku was quirkless, but at the same time, he really didn't like inherently interact with him because Deku was always training. Deku was always big training and shit, my guy. So he was just kind of like, yeah, so he did hang out with Bakugo, though, I guess, like, throughout the younger years. But Bakugo still got that complex of, like, you're quirkless, you're a bitch, you know, like bullshit. Deku's like, is there something wrong, Katsuki? And he's like, and what if there was? And Deku just got, like, near his face, but, like, from a safe distance. And it's like, if there's a problem, let me know, because you can't handle how I am now. But let me sit down. I don't want to interrupt class any longer. The teacher's about to wake up. And so they sit down. They're all quiet. And then Aizawa wakes up. Hello, problem childs. Oh, wow. Everyone's quiet. First time for everything. Well, alright. Go ahead and get your PE uniforms on. We need to go out. You know, people would be like, what about the this, and that? And he's like, look, y'all have been praised enough, and like, we need to get to action. There's not much time to waste. He probably would make like a remark or like say something similar to what Deku said. And look at Deku. And pretty much just look at Deku and be like, yeah, I heard you, bro. Good shit. And you swear you saw a smile, but like no one paid attention. Anyways, they would go out and Bakugo would do his thing, die, and it would go pretty much nowhere. Actually, it probably would be Midoriya, to be fucking honest, because he would have scored the highest out of everybody, because he was destroying robots and saving people, not just Uraraka, right? So he does that, and he basically gets like a really high ass number, and everyone's like, oh my god, this and that, and then everyone starts like cheering and stuff, and then Deku just like releases just a slight pressure. It's like, hey, did y'all forget what I was? And but before he could fully utter that, I was like, oh, y'all think it's sweet and games, don't y'all? All right, bet. Whoever comes in last place, you're out, you're done. And everyone's like, oh. So everyone's trying their hardest. Deku gets first place in everything, bro. This no contest. He gets first place in everything, and he's like, damn, this kind of easy for real. Bakugo's actively losing his shit, right? And then what ended up happening, right, is Bakugo's like, hey, he said, oi, nerd. He said, no, he'll call him like a junkie or something, like a workout junkie and stuff. He's like, hey, I don't know how you got so strong so shortly, but you gonna have to start answering some of my questions. And he's like, Bakugo. He looks Bakugo in the eyes and says, stand down. You can't beat me as I am now. And Bakugo is like, nah, fuck all that. Like, basically, this is like the energy he's talking, right? He's like, nah, fuck all that. You not, he charges at him. And he looks at Aizawa and like tells Aizawa, like, don't do it. I got it. And Aizawa's like, let me see what he does. So Deku takes a fighting stance. Bakugo charges at him with an explosion, and the only reason Aizawa's letting this happen is just because of how Deku is and how strong he is. He literally kicked a robot. He literally kicked a robot and turned it into confetti with ease. It wasn't even like it was hard. And he also had weeks, like 2 weeks to train too. So come on. Anyways, so he does that, right? And what ended up happening was oh damn, my brain died on me. Sorry, peeps. Basically, Bakugo pulls up, trying to hit him and stuff, but Deku just was weaving it, kick, punch, explosion, weave, and he like progressively gets faster, and faster. And then Deku's like, what's wrong? You can't hit me? You remember all that stuff he was talking about in high school, right? Not high school, but middle school, right? How you're gonna be the #1 hero and how you're gonna do this and that, but you can't even hit me now. He trying to throw explosions. He's like, come here, meet. And if no one was paying attention, Momo saw it, Aizawa saw it. He's proving many points right now, and he's also slowly but for surely guiding Bakugo backwards away from everyone so no one gets hit with any explosions. So as this happens, explosions, and Bakugo's just getting sweatier. He's like, all right, you think it's all fun and games? I'll show you something. And Deku's like, how are you gonna show me something? And then Bakugo lunges at him, right? And like he's about to hit him, and everyone's scared. And then Deku just is like, how are you gonna do that when you're not even moving? And then Bakugo's stuck. He's like, wait, what? And then like his arm flings backwards or like at an awkward angle, and like the big explosion that he was charging up just shoots up in the sky. And he's like, what? What's going on? As Bakugo looks around with the Deku's instructions, he sees that he's covered in a black whip-like substance. Yes, we're using the other successors quirks. Just not all of them at once. Well, technically. And then, so what ended up happening is, Bakugo's stuck. He's like, what? And Deku's just looking at him like, how you feel right now, big dog? You feeling stupid? You feeling dumb? He's like, what? What is this? What's going on? And he said, You let your temper get the best of you as he's poking his forehead. You let your temper get the best of you. You got such a big ego for no reason. Hell, there's a dude over there that control half fire and half cold compared to a little tiny explosion you can create in the palm of your head. There's a dude that's over there that's able to create shield, make himself a shield. There's a girl that literally controls gravity. You think you're special because you got a nice little tiny firework of explosions? Please, you're full of yourself. And he's like, let me go. And he's like, yeah, oh, no, we're not doing this. And he just smacks. Not, he doesn't smack him, but he just like binds his mouth so he can't like really scream or whatever. And that would happen. Then they would proceed to do like the short, brief piercings of what they do in class. And they would head into USJ. As they're, we could have the whole incident with the class rep and stuff like that, but that really doesn't do much for the story. But we can even say it's Deku, so we can say it's not. He would tell everyone to calm the fuck down, like y'all moving too hard, like nigga, it's the press. Calm down, y'all are heroes. Come on, heroes in training. Jeez, Stain would not like you guys. And he goes about what he's doing. So now we would go on to that. People are talking about different things and different stuff. Like, oh, who's got the strongest quirk and this and that. But Deku's like, I have the strongest quirk. I am literally the strongest person in this vehicle right now. If we're talking about overall strength, overall capabilities, it is me. I am the strongest. Azawa, on the other hand, has more experience fighting than I do. He outclassed me in experience. This and that. Like he's stating what everyone else would inherently do. And then Mineta was like, what about me? Well, buddy, you outclassed me in horniness. You have me beat. I know how to control mine. You seem to either be so horny you can't control it, or you just refuse to. And everyone proceeds to laugh. And people are like, damn, so what's the story between you and Bakugo? Oh, and then Deku just starts roasting the living god shit out of that nigga, bro. Oh, he's basically he's got short man syndrome. He feels like he's superior to me because I was quirkless for a really long time. Basically a late awakening. And he feels like he was superior since his quirk is kind of cool, I guess. Even though the quirk itself is pretty cool. But he's like, since the quirk's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. But basically he thinks he's better than everyone. Even though he has no reason to think this. But I guess when you're little and people say you can do anything without giving you a harsh touch of reality, that is kind of what happens. He never had to work for his power. It's okay. He's looking at Bakugo. It's okay, buddy. I believe you could be at least the number 10th hero if you try really, really hard. Bakugo, like, what? What did you say? He's like, I will bind you again. Like, with like a very brief respite of like a menacing tensions and like strong presence. I will bind you again. Watch your tone. Bakugo gets quiet. Just everyone pulls up to the USJ and they're like, all right. Uraraga sees the gravity hero and they're like, oh shit, yeah. And then they're getting ready to do their good spill and stuff. And then Deku, Danger Sense activates. And he's like, oh yeah, no, we're not doing that. And like, he just full cows to like 50%, bro. He's like, oh yeah, no, hold on. Oh, actually, this don't hurt no more. He cranks it up a little bit, bro. He's at like a nice little 62, bro. He's feeling scrumbly, bro. He's feeling strong, bro. Like on some shit, right? And so he pulls up to where he senses the danger sense at, right? If that made any sense. He pulls up and like Azawa's like, problem child, what are you doing? And then he like shushes. And he's like, that's what I thought. He grabs Black Whip and like gets it onto Ida, flings him around, and like tells Ida, run, go get help. And then he tells Azawa, like basically he flings Azawa down to him right? Well, like this is all happening relatively quick. It's almost so quick that no one knows it's happening. And then he gets everyone else and binds them all connectively together, right? Like they still have free reign of motions and stuff, but they're all tethered to one another. And then a warp gate opens up and Deku says, oh, I'm not having none of that, bro. He literally just starts bullying the villains that are coming through, bro, like with mad speed, bro. Like one-shotting all these low-tier villains. Just beep, 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 on some not Flash, but on some Naruto's dad type beat. Just beep, 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 all of them. And then they're also getting tied up on like some Spider-Man type beat too, bro. So it's like smooth criminal type action, bro, with the mad proficiency. All right. So he me bind me bind, and then by the time he's done, Shigaragi's like, hello, wanna. He looks around and he's like, wait, Kurogiri, where are my minions or henchmen? What happened? Did you warp them? He's like, yes, your liege, I did, but wait, who is that? Who is what? And as he says that, he just sees a fist promptly planted on his noggin, and he just, bam, bam, mad damage. And then he looks at Kurogiri, and Kurogiri's like, huh? And then he like backs up, but before he could even back up, Deku's already on Shigaraki, and he just looks at him. I don't know who you bees, bro, but you're gonna have to catch this ass whooping for real. And these blows aren't those light little cushy blows, bro. This is that high percentage of one for all. All for one. One for all for one. I think that's how I'd say it. And he starts dogging on bro, something devious, bro. He's trying to fight back and stuff. But every time he try to use his DK quirk, bro, Deku just puts on like the coating of Black Whip and then like sheds it off. It proceeds to just wally up this dude. And like, it's really bad because like this dude's getting outclassed in every way. Like every way you could think of, bro, just meek, and just he's like, how is a kid this strong? No, it's too early to be fighting the end boss. As he's like scratching himself profusely, Kurogiri, bring out the Nomu. Nomu pops up on some bush and niggas start talking mad heavy for no reason. He's like, and Deku's like, so you saying I'm a bitch? And so Deku turns around because he's got to go to the Nomu because the Nomu's by like, you know, Azawa and stuff. So he gotta like speed blitz. As he does that, Kurogiri tries to warp him. And Deku said, man, if y'all don't get y'all weak, he said, woo! He boosts himself, bro, and just, you know, dodges the fuck out of that shit, bro. And they started using mad speed. Like a wind of gusts as he pulls up behind us all, like in front of us all. And he's like, foe. He said, what is it? It's like his, this is some manga level shit right here. But he on that, what's that shit called? Foe 100%. And he just like taps the fucking Nomu and sends that nigga flying, bro. Just, pew! Nomu gets sent mad far and just me. Nomu on the ground crying like, what's going on? And he just looking at him. Deku's like, and then, no, I'm sorry. Azawa's like, all right, wait, what are you? And he's already gone, bro. He looking at the Nomu. You're not a human. As he's like pinning the dude down, looking down at him, you're not human. He picks this dude up by the noggin, bro. Just meek. And there's just and you hear these shockwaves, bro. Just meek. And then like the Nomu each hit, bro. The Nomu keeps touching until like no movement. Bro just dropped that nigga down to the ground. Kurogiri was trying to do that like phases, like we gotta get out of here. My Deku said, all right, I'm really getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. He smacks the metal plate, bro, with mad proficiency, bro. And then like Kurogiri just kind of like dissolves down. I don't know if it would just show his like true form or what, but like we'll just say that like it's like a random looking body and it's just like in crypto state. Not crypto, but like cripple. And then he looks at Shigaraki. He says, I'm going to break you. Shigaraki's like, wait, what? What do you mean by that? And then he said, don't worry. I'll be real gentle. He's like, I need an adult. He said, don't worry. You are an adult. And then proceeds to beat the ever-living shit out of Shigaraki. This nigga bones are breaking in every way possible. And he's just down out on the ground, bro. Wrapped up with fucking Black Whip Supreme, bro. Everybody got wrapped up with the swiftness. And then, you know, all my posting, I am it. I forgot he was here. It's like they have this weird relationship too, bro. He's like, I forgot he was here. And he's like, what's up? You late? What took you so long? And he's like, oh, young Midoriya, you better cut this shit, nigga. What took you so long, big dog? You should have had a spidey sense for this. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, he basically like, you know, is like slightly out of earshot of everyone, so they can't really hear him. He's like, bro, I have this sense quirk and I have this. And he's like, wait, what? Wait, by any chance could you fly? And he's like, nope, apparently I can. And then like he proceeds to start flying and he's like, that's my master's quirk. He's like, oh, so you just saying I'm him then. So you telling me I got quirks of the past users? Oh yeah, I'm about to go stupid with this shit. So he says that, and then it happens. A portal opens up again, and Deku's like, what? I thought I just beat that dude's ass, bro. Like, what's good? The heroes are here, you know, taking people away and stuff. And then someone else comes out the portal. And then all you see is a smile. Hello. I guess it would be time to introduce myself. I told Master Shigaraki wouldn't be able to handle this, but they don't believe him. I mean, he didn't believe me. I just had to wait. Good thing the master won't be able to see what happens next. And that's where we would end this part off. Catch y'all. Part 4 to what if Deku was trained by All For One and All Might. Alright, so basically we left off with Deku drop kicking and maliciously beating on everyone like they were some unwanted stepchild, okay? He did the work, bro. And then we had a random motherfucker pull through another portal. But this one did look like the same portal that they roved in, like the other villains. This dude popped out with on the cut, bro, right? He popped up with a couple of people. And these people just looked different. There was one dude with a whole bunch of like scars and burnt marks, apparently. Looked like his body was barely able to contain his flesh. There was another individual with messy buns and teeth that looked like a vampire almost. And then there was a dude in a suit. And yeah, basically the League of Villains without Shigaraki. I'm sorry. I go into the whole description shit. It's ugh. But anyways, League of Villains, Dabi, Toga, Twice, and you know, the magician guy. I might forget about him, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, so what ended up happening, right, is they pulled up, but they don't know who the main guy is in front of them, bro. Dude puts down his hoodie or whatever, and this dude looks eerily similar to Deku. And everyone's like, what the fuck is going on? And then all you hear is Dabi says, hey, look, boss man, I think I found your twin. He's like, he shoots like a semi-mean look at him. Don't you dare say that shit again. And like, it's menacing, but Dabi's like, okay, calm down, killer. I don't want to get on your bad side like that weird guy that had a weird thing for flesh. And then Toga comes in like, what's wrong with liking flesh? I like blood. Do I get to stab some heroes? Ooh, I want to stab that one that looks like you. Wait, no, that girl with the round face. Oh, please, 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 let me stab. Let me stab. Twice. This Twice is different. He doesn't have Trump, at least anymore. And he's just like, Toga, contain yourself. So what are we gonna do, boss man? He said, oh, we're not gonna do anything. We're gonna make this nice and simple. He pulls out a weapon and names it at Shigaraki and just make it. Or no, actually, I'll say he pulls one of the weapons off someone else's, bro, and he just chops a dude's arm off, right? Deku's right here in the front of this, right? And he just chops it. Chops like, I say chops it. He chops the arm off and then grabs like the arm and uses that to chop off. Like the arm is holding the machete now, because that's one of the villains Deku catch. And then this dude slices at Todoroki and kills him. Not Todoroki, my bad, damn, Shigaraki kills him. And then also, that's pretty much it. Then they're like, who are you? And then the dude, which we'll call him Evil Twin, that we just call him E.T., that's his name now. E.T. looks at him and is like, of course, you wouldn't remember me, would you? But don't worry, we'll reunite soon enough, brother. It's like, brother, I don't got any siblings, bitch, it's just me, myself, and I. He's like, yeah, right, you don't got any siblings, but don't worry, I have a vendetta against you, and I will make sure that I enact my masterly plan. This dude looks basically like Deku, but demented. His eyes, weary, and everything, bro. It's just like, so, it looks like he's been put through so much in such a short time. And then he looks at him and says, do me a favor. He's like, and before this can happen, Deku just pulls up on him and immediately just stones him in the face, bro. Yeah, he didn't put max power behind it, but he put a little bit. And yeah, all that happened, his dust got brought up, and like he redirected, E.T. redirected the force, and that basically blew Shigaraki's dead body into like atoms, damn near. Not atoms for real, but like just mangled a dead body. And then E.T. said, thank you, I needed you to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna catch y'all later because I don't feel like dealing with that ogre over there. And then all you hear is, no need to fear because I am here. And then as everyone looks at him, looks back, it's like they were never here in the first place. But before they left, E.T. was like, leave them just a small present for me. And then flames emerge everywhere. And then he's like, Toga, come on, stop playing around. And she's like, okay, I'm sorry. And then they leave to never be heard from again. Now, after that happens, people will basically have to, recover. Azawa's in good health, everyone's in good health, and they're just like, who was that? Why did they have a problem with you? And all this other bullshit, right? And Deku's like, I don't know that guy. I know he looks like me, but I don't have any kids, and it looks like he's around the same age. Like, my mom didn't say nothing about my dad having a kid or anything, and just going on with the whole monologue, blah, blah, blah. And so that would happen. They would also be like, wait, do you have multiple quirks or this and that? Because I've never heard of that. And he literally flat out tells them, like, I'm the sensor for All For One. All For One's quirk is able to be passed on and stuff. Blah, 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 right? And then everyone's like, wow, they literally can't believe it. And they're like, wait, you trust us with such a strong secret? He's like, yeah, y'all my classmates. Oh, by the way, though, I'm not gonna lie to you. As he, like, looks around with, like, massive killing intent. If you tell anyone, I will kill you. Everyone was quiet. But everyone did believe him. So now, all right, so yeah, there was a cut, but you can't see it because you see the thumbnail. But anyways, after he says, I will kill you, nothing much happens. I forgot about the whole battling simulator thing. And I just went straight over to the USJ. Like, literally, I'm looking at the fucking Funimation shit to figure out what I gotta do. Because it's been a minute since I told a story. Yeah, we're gonna do this reverse. So, yeah, let's just say that USJ stuff just happened sooner. Yeah, now we gotta flip it over. And we're gonna do it to where they fight each other. But this is gonna be different because they're not gonna fight each other. They're all gonna fight Deku. Yeah, no, literally. They saw how strong he was. So, for the stronger individuals, they'll fight on a fair 1v1, and then on a not so fair margin, they will fight as pairs. So we'll do it as so. We got, the weaker ones. Well, we'll just do it in this order. So first, we'll say Kirishima's up, right? He's like, all right, bro, don't hold back. Show me how manly you can be. And then Deku's like, So you sure you don't want me to hold back? And then he's like, yeah, I can take it. And then he's like, all right, bet. Deku cocks his right arm back, and all you could just see is like his muscles bulging up a little bit, and you just feel this intense pressure. It's almost like he's releasing ki from like Dragon Ball Z on some shit, bro. And it's just mad, bro. He's literally going up to 100, but like he's not outputting 100. He's just ramping up to it, and he just keeps ramping up the percentages higher and higher and higher and higher. And he said, "Remember now, you wanted this." And like a gust, it's like a fucking typhoon hit these dudes, right? A gust of wind, and Kirishima's like, oh, great heavens, as he braces for impact, and then Deku just pats him on the head. He said, good try, buddy. Good try. And he's like, oh, God, damn, you're terrifying when you want to be. Are you sure you're a hero? So that's how that interaction would go. Todoroki, on the other hand, he just kind of look at him and just like, you're not going to use your fire side, are you? And he's like, I don't need to use that. He's like, okay, I'm going to have to beat it in you. He's, ooh, beat it out of you? Damn, that just didn't come out right. Anyways, so he like, you know, activates him. He activates One for All, bro, and just pounces on him, bro. He speed blitz him. He tried to do a little ice shit, but that's not gonna help. He just me, and he's not hitting him with those big body combos, but he is smacking him around a little bit, like meek, you know, some shit. So after we got that bad boy taken care of, he got smacked. He pretty much went to sleep. But Deku, during this whole point in time, was just telling him like, hey, it's your power. Learn how to use it, my guy. Don't be stupid. You're hindering yourself because of your past experiences. Rise above him. Become so much better than him. Not because of him, but because of you. And if you got someone that's willing to teach you how to use your quirk more efficiently, you should take that. Because there are people that have quirks different from their parents and they can't get any insight. And then Todoroki passes out. Accordingly, Bakugo is like, you know how Bakugo can be. So Bakugo is just like, I'm gonna end this all in one, and then Deku just wraps him up. He just black whips this dude and just strains him up. And Bakugo's like, don't let me out of here. And he's like, no. And then he like proceeds to like make a slingshot, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy everything of this. And then like he flings him. And then he said, look guys, there's a grenade. And then, or he'll make the joke and say, Grenado! And so everyone's looking at him like, did he just do that? And he's like, yeah, I guess so. And everyone's like lost, confused and everything. And then all you hear is like a giant explosion, and then Bakugo is like flying back at like rapid speeds. And he's like, okay guys, I'm sorry about this, but smoke screen. And he's just smoke everywhere. And Bakugo's looking around for him. Don't think you can hide from me. And there's like a safe area. So yeah. And then he eventually tries to does like I'll say he does like the Holler's impact. He tries to do that. But before he can even get to that point and stuff, Deku's already behind him, like literally just flying right above him with his hand stand out. And I don't know the name of this quirk, but it's the second user's quirk. And he just gently, and everyone sees this too because he floated above the smoke. He just gently taps Bakugo, and Bakugo goes flying down, just down to the ground. And then like also like right before he hits the ground, he gently touches the ground too. So everyone's really confused. They're like, what the hell is this dude? And then he just plops down to the ground and looks at Bakugo and just be like, it's okay, buddy. Know that you're weak. And then as he says that, Bakugo's like lets the pin out of his thing. You'll pay for every, and no explosion comes out. And he's like, wait, what? And he's like, buddy, do you think I'm that stupid? I know how your ability works. And he's like, think about it. And then he looks and sees there's like tiny holes on both his gauntlets. And he's like, and then he looks Bakugo in the soul and says, you've been outclassed by a god. And everyone else, he would give minor tips and stuff, like tips and tricks on what they should probably be focusing on and how to do stuff. Like that frog girl, he not gonna beat on her. She don't need it. Like, he not gonna beat on her. Like, he might throw hands with her, but he's not gonna go overboard. Momo, he gives her little tips. Ida, he drop kicks. Like, everybody get their ass whooping respectfully, but like to each their own and stuff. And then he tells Bobo, like, what you scared of bugs for, bro? Like, literally, bro. Like, no, I don't know if he's scared or he just doesn't speak up or he's too quiet, but he's like, bro, you're a guy, bro. Come on, think about it. And like, he has to appeal to the male fantasy, air quotes, and just be like, think about it, bro. If you get more money and you get more stuff, guess what you'll be able to do? He's like, what? You'll be able to have money. He's like, okay, I'm not really big on money. And he whispers, you know, there's a lot of people in mutation works. And he's like, yeah, so what? What about an ant girl or a spider girl, you know, with all those extra limbs? And he starts going on with all this. And then the dude that could talk to bugs and do this shit, he's like, and animals or whatever it is, he's like, you're right. You're right. You're right. And like, basically gets him hyped up. And I'll go over the tips he gives for every other individually, like when it comes to relevanceness. But for that's pretty much where we leave off. And on the next part, we're gonna do the sports